I love that song. I'll have to try and figure out how to fade in, fade out. And of course, eventually, once these are being monetized in some fashion, I can't use that music. But for right now, I do love that song. That would be Boogie Oogie Oogie by A Taste of Honey. Accountability and business by referral. When I was an employee of a corporation, and I have been a number of different times, certainly I worked for a newspaper delivering papers when I was a kid. I worked for McDonald's, my very first job at a corporation. I worked for the railroad, Amtrak, a job that my dad got me every summer and winter holidays, how I paid for college. And then my first job out of college, I worked as an accountant for a major corporation, or startup corporation that became a major corporation in Southern California. And in each of those places, I was accountable to someone for getting something done. I had someone that kept track of what I was doing, that set goals for me, that set expectations, that paid attention to what I was or was not getting done. And in that environment, I did really well. I had great feedback. Someone said, here's a reasonable goal. And if it wasn't, they discovered it soon enough and they corrected it. Now, sometimes I didn't have such good bosses and they didn't set such reasonable goals. But nonetheless, I had accountability. I was accountable to my boss. And if I didn't ultimately do a good enough job, they were going to fire me. Then I sold. I didn't sold. Then I left those corporate world to go work for myself. And then I wasn't accountable to anybody, except I was. I was accountable to my family for continuing to make money, to make more money than I was. But it didn't seem the same. I wasn't accountable. Now, thankfully, I had employees. I had an office to go to. And the process of leaving home, going to an office, and having employees there that were depending upon me to know what the next step was, I was accountable again. And that was a pretty easy transition to stay accountable. Now I was setting the goals for myself and for them, but still accountability was still there. Then I sold that company. I retired. After 9.5 years, the money ran out. Long story there, but still I had a great early retirement. And I had to return to the world of the working. Now it was just me. Now, that was a very different experience, and it is one that people face every single day when they go out and start their own company. Who are they accountable to, and what is that going to be like in the future? We'll talk about that more. This is Jack Bergstrom, coach, speaker, author of the upcoming book, Mastering the Art of Business by Referral. And this is another one of the entries in the 90-day video challenge, and starting to learn some more things about music and all the rest that I can do with these. Wishing you a fantastic rest of your day. Thanks.